All right, Alex, it's keys to the game here. Cougs against Stanford here in Martin Stadium. It's Dad's weekend. Washington State, first key in this one. What you got?
I think it's so important that the Washington State defense stops the big play. Last week versus Cal, they got gashed a couple times when the Cal Bears went over the top. And I think this Stanford Cardinal team is not the Stanford Cardinal offense of old where they're just going to ground and pound. They're going to spread you out a little bit. Big 6'7" tight end Colby Parkinson can be a problem. And so that Washington State defense has got to be ready for the big plays. You got a new corner in George Hicks who's played, but he'll be starting opposite of Marcus Strong. Got to make sure those corners hold up when the ball gets thrown down the field.
You know, this year, AB, there have been 46 red zone trips, and 30 of them have resulted in Cougar touchdowns. And I know that's one of the most important parts in this one, isn't it?
As good as this Washington State offense has been all year, they've made 46 trips to the red zone. 42 of them they've scored on, but 12 have been field goals. Blake Mazza has been great, but only getting 30 touchdowns out of those 46 trips has been a problem. Washington State's offense, when they get in the red zone, they have to finish. They have to get touchdowns and not rely on field goals. In close losses this year, that has been an issue. This Stanford game against a solid Stanford defense, it's going to matter. Every point you got to have. So find a way to get touchdowns in the red zone, not just field goals.
On average, Cougs are 10th in the Pac-12, tied for 10th with about 70 penalty yards against per game. That's something that I know Washington State's working to resolve, isn't it, AB?
The penalty situation has got to get cleaned up. Washington State is 10th in the conference in yards per game in penalties with 70. They're 118th in the country. And both offensively and defensively, that has been a problem all year. And so for Washington State to find consistency, they got to make sure that they're not putting themselves behind the chains on offense with penalties and then defensively giving Stanford easy first down. So a lot of that's going to come down to staying disciplined. You're playing at home, so hopefully the home crowd will help you out a little bit. It won't be as loud offensively. So to me, all about limiting those penalties.
All right, Alex, 11:30 airtime with Jedediah, and Derek will be up in the booth for a 1 o'clock 30-minute pregame show from the booth. After Jed and Derek are done, we'll have Jessamine down on the field.